What's up guys, welcome back to another video. So in today's video I'm bringing you along for another acrylic nail design. This time I'm going to be sharing with you how I created these long ass stiletto nails, complete with some really beautiful 3D roses, some iridescent glitters and also some bling. You guys know me, I love my bling and I am so in love with how this set turned out. So if you guys would like to see how I completed this from start to finish, then just keep on watching. So lovelies, jumping right in with today's video, and I'm going to begin by prepping my nails. I've already washed my hands, but before I start I'm going to go ahead and sanitize them and give my nails a really good scrub to make sure I am nice and clean going into this design. And then I'm going to go ahead and take my nail file. I have a 100-180 grit file here and I'm using the 180 side, and I'm just going to go ahead and score my natural nail plate. I have sped up the process, but you really want to be very careful with this. You just want to remove any surface shine from your natural nail as well as push back the cuticles. And then taking my duster brush, I'm just going to go ahead and remove any of that excess dust, and I'm now going to go ahead and start prepping my nail tips. So the tips I'm using today are by Glitter Planet UK and they are her pre-pinched stiletto tips. They are absolutely gorgeous and I will go ahead and leave them linked down below as well as the rest of the products for you guys. So as you saw, I'm once again taking that 100-180 grit file using the 100 side, and I'm just going to go ahead and start blending these nail tips to make the contact area a little bit thinner. I like to do this off the nail, if that makes any sense. It just makes it a little bit easier for me and I could get the right sort of thickness of the nail I want. And then I'm going in with my Ink London nail glue and I'm applying some of that to the tip and also some to the tip of my natural nail, and then I'm going to go ahead and press those tips on and then just hold those little wing bits to make sure they're fully secured to the nail. And this is what these nails look like once I have gone ahead and prepped and primed and applied all of my tips. So guys, the next step in creating my base is to go in with my clear acrylic powder, and I'm just going to go ahead and apply a really thin coat to all of the nails, and then off camera I went ahead and filed and shaped them so I had a really nice platform to start building my nail design on. So guys, now that I have prepared my base and I have a nice foundation, I am now going in to start working on the nail art. So for the base colour for my thumb and also my pinky and also the pointer finger, I'm going in with this beautiful acrylic powder. This one is also by Ink London. This one is called Sydney and it is absolutely gorgeous. I'm not even kidding. It is such a beautiful neutral shade and I love it. So as you can see, I'm applying this as a full cover to the whole nail. This is a strength powder, so I don't have to cap it, but what I want to make sure is that I'm building my apex and building a proper structure in my nail. Since I am not going in with any clear powder, I want to make sure this nail is nice and strong, so I'm going to go ahead and apply this to all of those nails that I mentioned and allow that to set. And then for my middle finger, I'm still using that Sydney acrylic powder by Ink London, but I'm going to be doing an elongated nail bed for this finger. So I started by putting a small bead of acrylic just at that stress area, and then I used the body of my brush, to push that acrylic up into the sides of that nail, and then I will go ahead and start forming the shape that I want. I did decide a little bit later on that I wanted the nail bed to be a little bit longer, so I did end up bringing that acrylic down a lot further than it is here, but you will see in a minute once I have gone ahead and built that up and shaped it out how long the nail bed actually is. But I just wanted a tiny little bit of that glitter to show through because I really did want the ring finger to be the center point. So yeah. And now for the rest of the ring finger, I'm doing a glass tip. So as you can see there, I just went in with a sort of wash of clear acrylic, and then I'm going in with an absolute crap ton of glitters. So I have a few from a new glitter supplier that I recently found called Phoenix Nails. Again, I will leave all of the names and everything I use linked down below, but I got this iridescent star mix and I just wanted to use it so badly, and I really have saw everybody and their mother do sort of iridescent star designs guys, so I wanted to do something a little bit different. So again, I went in with a few different glitters so it wasn't just all stars, if that makes any sense. And again, I'm just using some really thin beads of acrylic to apply all of this to the nail so it isn't overly chunky. So guys, we are now moving on with my ring finger, and once again I must admit this one was my absolute favourite nail of them all. So as you can see, I'm again going in with that pink acrylic powder, and I'm using this as a mask to cover my natural nail. And then when I get to the free edge of my own nail, I'm just feathering that acrylic powder down because I don't want it to come too far down into my tip, because I want this to be a glass nail as well. And then I just put a thin wash of a clear acrylic over that nail, and now I'm going in with all of my little bits and bobs of glitter. So again, I wanted a big star to be the centre point of that nail, so I put that right in the centre, and then I'm just surrounding that with some of the smaller pieces and also those holo flakes, some mylar pieces and all of that good stuff. And again, I'm just using some really wet beads of acrylic to make sure those stars are firmly pressed and completely flat to the nail. So I did go ahead and leave that nail to set for probably a few minutes before I went in to encapsulate, just so all of that glitter was completely sealed to the nail. And then I went in with my clear acrylic powder and I completely capped my ring finger and also my middle finger, just to secure in all of my glitter. And finally guys, here is what the nails look like once I have applied all of my acrylic, and this is before I have done my filing routine. And here is what the nails look like once I have gone ahead and filed and buffed everything into shape. And I'm now going in with my nail sanitizer and my scrubbing brush once again, just to remove any excess dust before I go in to start working on the bling. So guys, now on to the exciting part. I'm going to start blinging up these nails, and I'm going to be using some Swarovski crystals as well as a 3D charm that I picked up from Etsy from a seller that I recently found. Her name is Nail Art by D, and she does some really beautiful acrylic pieces, a little bit more expensive than your average like nail charm, but they are so freaking gorgeous that I did not mind. So I went ahead and used this double rose with a little petal there, and it is just simply stunning. So I applied that with a clear bead of acrylic, and then where that wet acrylic poked through, I went ahead and added some Swarovski crystals. So I'm just applying some nail glue here just to finish off where I want the rest of the crystals to be, and then that is the middle finger complete. So for my pointer finger, I'm going in with some Swarovski crystals. So I first applied my nail glue in an S shape going down that nail, and then I go in with my bigger crystals first. So I basically go ahead and apply these all the way down that nail, and then in between each of those large crystals, I'm going in with some of the smaller crystals just to tie everything in together. And I'm pretty sure these ones are like SS3 or SS5, I am not entirely sure, but I will go ahead and leave the set that I'm using linked down below for you guys once again. And I'm also using again my Ink London nail glue and my crystal picking up thing that I got from A&A Glitter. Again, I'm really enjoying it. It has a super pointy like tip, so it's perfect for smaller crystals. I am in love with it, so again, I will leave that as well as a discount code for you guys linked down below. And then the last and final steps to finish off this nail design is to go in and apply a glossy top coat. I'm actually using Madame Glam's No Wipe Gel Top Coat here. So I'm applying a thin coat of this to all of the nails and making sure I'm also adding it underneath my glass tips just so they have a little bit more clarity. And then I go ahead and pop that into my LED light for 60 seconds. And I also completely forgot to mention, guys, that I did go ahead and add some of those AB crystals to my pinky finger as well. And I basically just did a cuff around that nail. And then guys, my last and final steps for this design was to go ahead and wash and sanitize my nails, and then I applied my favourite hand cream, and I'm now going in with some cuticle oil and I'm just applying this to my nails and giving my fingers a really good massage and working that into the skin, and then I allow that to settle, and here is what this design looks like once everything was complete. And finally guys, this is what this set looks like once everything was done, and I must admit I am absolutely in love with how this one turned out. I have saw these iridescent star designs absolutely everywhere recently, and I really wanted to do my own set, so I really hope you guys enjoyed my take on these. And I will also go ahead and leave all of the products that I used in today's video linked down below for you guys. I must admit I have found some new shops to me recently, and I am absolutely in love with their nail art supplies. So I will go ahead and leave the names of the glitters and things that I used today linked down below, as well as where you could find them, because definitely check them out. They have some awesome supplies, as well as the Etsy store for those acrylic pieces. And finally, lovelies, to finish off today's video, if you did enjoy it, please give me a thumbs up. I would totally appreciate it. And if you're new to my channel and you haven't already, don't forget to click that subscribe button and hit that notifications bell to be updated anytime I upload a new video. And if you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much for joining me today, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!